I see the triangle, right? I figured it out. The voice of reason, the solid, hold it down, the beige rage, and the agitator.
The Breakfast Club.
Everyone just kept telling me to prep for this.
One word to describe the Breakfast Club would be black.
Impacting the culture.
People watch the Breakfast Club for like news and really be tuned in, man.
I don't even know what it calls the Breakfast Club. It's like brunch.
Envy, Yee, and Charlamagne.
Wake that ass up, get out of bed, and listen to the Breakfast Club.
I'm waking up.
Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ Envy.
Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Thursday.
Yes, it's Thursday.
One more day until the weekend, and then our vacation starts.
Yes, it's a holiday weekend.
Man,
Yes, it is.
It's a holiday weekend, but you know. Sorry, guys. We got to take breaks, right?
Yeah, we got to take breaks.
This is our summer break after tomorrow. That's
right. I'm out in Atlanta right now. Of course, my car show, Carchella, is in 2 days. I am super excited. I just can't wait for the people to see all the surprises, all the cars, all the amusement rides, the food that we have. Like I said, we have a NASCAR, black-owned NASCAR. Shout out to the New York racing team. Shout out to John. He has his own NASCAR, and that races they win, they're going to be here. They're going to have the pit crew. They're going to show people how to change a tire, like how they do it that fast way.
They're going to teach you because you don't know how.
Yeah, I actually
you don't know how to change no tire, no race car tire, not your own tires, not your bike tires.
Nope. You know what's crazy? I don't even know how to change my bike tire. I got a flat one time, and the fellas had to help me change the tire. I don't even know how to change the bike tires, but they will be here. I got the monster truck. If you're ever, love it into monster truck, I actually have a monster truck going to be there. It's actually the monster truck that carried DMX. So that's pretty dope. So a lot of people excited about that. And we just got so many different things, man. So I can't wait for you guys to come on out. Shout to Snacks. Snacks is the Uber driver.
What's
sometimes
his name?
you got a cool
Snacks?
Uber driver. Yeah, his name is Snacks.
He sound cute. You call him Snacks?
The Uber
Yeah,
driver,
and that's
man.
before you even get to Snacks, I just want to ask you, back in the day with the car show, the main thing was, are there going to be cute guys there?
Maybe Snacks.
Are there more snacks? Are there more snacks?
Snacks is married, guys. He's
Do they
married.
still call guys snacks?
Yeah, and they call women snacks too.
Okay.
Snack. That's Trouble. We got that from Trouble. Let's snack.
Well, that's. I'm glad you and your driver are bonding this morning.
Yeah, we were bonding this morning. He's been married a long time.
So is that
He got
his
4
name, or you
kids.
gave him that name?
No, he said, "Yo, shout me out. My name is Snacks," and I was like, "All right, Snacks."
Okay.
Man.
When I got
Atlanta.
into the Uber, he had the Breakfast Club on already.
I think it's amazing. I think if I was in Atlanta, I would have a guy calling me Snacks too.
Yo,
Okay?
shut up, man.
Drop on the clues bomb to the ATL, damn it. All right?
So you guys are thinking about a blended family?
I tried to warn you, Snacks. I tried to warn you, man. I hate you guys, man. Y'all just start so early. All right, well, D.L. Hughley will be joining us. Shut up. D.L. Hughley will be joining us this morning.
D.L. Hughley.
Yes.
That's crazy, though.
What's that?
That's my nickname, too, though, Uncle Snacky.
No,
one
it's
calls you
not.
that.
Nobody calls you Snacks.
What you mean? I didn't say Snacks, I said Uncle Snacky.
Nobody calls you Uncle Snacky. I never heard that
I got
before
a cup
in my life.
right here. Look, somebody, look. What did that say? What did that say? What does that say? What does the shot glass say?
Uncle Snacky.
Uncle Snacky.
You bought that for yourself?
Somebody
definitely
bought
bought
it.
that
So
for yourself.
weird.
That's so
No,
crazy.
I've never heard nobody say anything about snacks or
Listen,
snacking.
man.
It's probably because of
Nothing
your
like
hips
that.
and thighs.
Hey, man, a win is a
That's
win.
where all the snacks go.
A win is a win.
Slim thick over there.
A
All right.
win is a win, okay? Uncle Snacky.
I hate you, man. Let's get the show cracking. Front page news, what we talking about?
Bill Cosby.
All right. All right. Okay. All right. Well, let's get into it. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Let's go. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, last night, NBA. The Suns beat the Clippers 130-103. They advanced to Chris Paul's first NBA Finals since 1993. So congratulations to them. Now,
Yeah, the Clippers were my preseason pick to win it all, but with no Kawhi Leonard, that wasn't going to happen. But they had a great season. But I mean, salute to Chris Paul, dropping the clues bombs with Chris Paul.
now what happened with Patrick Beverly and Chris Paul? I seen him push him, and Chris Paul went on the floor. What happened?
I have no idea. I was sitting there watching the game, and why the hell did Patrick Beverly shove Chris Paul like that just now?
I was confused.
Shoved him right in the back, shoved him to the floor. But yeah, I think the Phoenix Suns going to win it all. Because to me, it's about who who has the healthiest superstars on the floor at this point. So I don't know who's going to come out of the Hawks-Bucks series at this point because I heard Giannis may or may not play tonight. Heard he's doubtful.
And shout to Chris Paul. He did what, I think everybody should do. He shouted the light-skinned guy out on the team. He was like, shout to that light-skinned brother on the team, man. If it wasn't for him, man, this, that, and the other. And I think that every team you should have a...
No, that's because Devin Booker's a phenomenal player.
I think you should have a light-skinned person on every team, like
What?
Shout me out, Charlamagne, go.
His talent, Devin Booker's talent transcends his beigeness. Okay? Dropping the clues bombs for Devin Booker.
You can't take his beigeness away from him.
I didn't take his beigeness. I said his talent transcends his beigeness.
Okay,
I didn't take his... Of course you can't take his beigeness away from him.
There should be a beige person on every team. But go ahead.
I mean, they got to be good. You know what I'm saying? I don't want just them on there because they're beige.
Shout out to Devin Booker, Drake, Al B. Shaw, Christopher Williams, DJ Envy. Did I forget anybody?
Yeah, those last three. You got to explain to this new generation who they are. Explain to the people who Christopher Williams, Al B. Shaw, and DJ Envy are.
We coming back. We coming back. Go ahead, Yee. What else you got?
All right, now Bill Cosby is back home. And that's all because the judge, the Pennsylvania High Court ruled it was unduly prejudicial to allow 5 women with stories similar to Andrea Constand to testify. And the second reason was the former DA had cut a deal with Cosby that if he testified in a civil deposition, he would not face a trial criminally. So he had made incriminating statements during that first one where he actually talked about drugging women and giving them Quaaludes. And so how did this originally happen? Well, Andrea Constand, who was a former employee of Temple University, had testified that Bill Cosby gave her blue pills of unknown origin and that she drifted in and out of consciousness and that Bill Cosby then assaulted her sexually. So he was ultimately convicted of drugging and sexually assaulting Andrea Constand. And so what they're saying is during that trial, the fact that they allowed 5 women with stories similar to Andrea Constand's story to testify, that made it unduly prejudicial. They also said that when he did admit that in a civil deposition, it wasn't supposed to be brought up during his criminal trial. So they did overturn that decision. Now, Bill Cosby's family spokesperson, Andrew Wyatt, said this.
They vacated the conviction, meaning no trial. They overturned everything. He's going to be a free man, and that says a lot about the charges and about all the things that these women said about him. We thank the Pennsylvania State Supreme Court for giving us justice. And this is the justice that America has been looking for, because Bill Cosby has always said that this is bigger than him. This is about every black man in America.
All right, now some of Bill Cosby's accusers are not too happy about this, of course. Here is Shalon Lasha speaking.
It's been hard, and to see him to get away like that and everything he done to myself, he ruined a perfect innocent girl. I'm sorry, but God is on my side. It'll be all right.
Here's Victoria Valentino, who is also another accuser. Here's what she said about Bill Cosby being released.
I was just absolutely in shock. And for this to come out of left field is just, it's a gut punch. And for a legal glitch to come up after all of this is just, what does that say about a woman's worth, a woman's value? Do our lives mean nothing? All of the lives that he damaged? Not to mention how we respond to our children.
Now, Bill Cosby is saying, I have never changed my stance nor my story. I've always maintained my innocence. Thank you to all my fans, supporters, and friends who stood by me through this ordeal. But the Montgomery County DA's office is saying that this does not exonerate him. It only means that he's being let go on a legal technicality. So the DA said the majority decision by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court orders the release of William H. Cosby from state prison. He was found guilty by a jury and now goes free on a procedural issue that is irrelevant to the facts of the crime.
They locked him up illegally. That doesn't mean he's innocent, but they locked him up illegally.
Does he have a lawsuit? Can he sue the state of Pennsylvania now?
That hasn't happened yet, so we don't know what he's planning to do. I don't know if he would want to right now and go through all this again, but he did spend 2 years out of a 10-year sentence in jail, and he can't be retried.
Right, because they locked him up illegally, and there's a lot of brothers out there that get locked up illegally. Like they could not lock him up, but they did it anyway. And he was locked up illegally. That doesn't mean he's innocent, but what they did to put him in jail was against the law. So that's why he was let go.
All right, well, that is your front page news. And we'll have more on this, of course, in Rumors.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open. Would love to hear from you. Call us up. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, it's Chris from Beaufort, South Carolina.
Hey, Buford, what's happening?
Chris, what up?
What's going on? By way of Jersey, good morning, y'all. I just want to get off my chest real quick. This Cosby thing, like you mentioned, I think it should be completely celebrated. You know what I mean? I think that what we need to look at is what are we teaching, our men, but also allowing, giving our women the space to continue to speak up when things like this happen, because we always forget that the women have to go through tremendous trials. I mean, it took decades for some of these women to actually speak up. And I know you guys usually push us off real quick. I don't want to mention, you guys always talk about homeless veterans. We have
Talking about what? Oh, your phone
your
broke
phone
up.
is breaking up, sir.
I work for homeless veteran program. You guys always talk about
word.
For homeless veterans.
Absolutely.
I work for the VA, and the VA has a program called HUD Badge that addresses homelessness amongst veterans. And so any veteran, all they got to do is go to the local VA and talk to a HUD Badge case manager or request housing assistance from a social worker. And I know a whole bunch of stuff in there, but I've been trying to get through for the last 2-3 months.
All right, man. Well, keep doing the good work, brother.
I wish I could have understood him better.
No, he said he's doing a lot of work with homeless veterans.
VA hospital, yeah.
And homeless veterans get disrespected in this country. I gave about $60 yesterday to the homeless veterans in this country, and I will never understand why you go out and fight for this country, and then you come back to this country, you don't have a place to stay, you don't have no money.
Job,
like, it's ridiculous.
Nothing.
Like,
no help.
They should be getting taken care of for the rest of their life.
I agree. Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's going on? This Dope.
Dope, what's up, man? Get it off your chest, bro.
I ain't really got nothing to get off my chest straight off, but I'm trying to propose to my old lady in Atlanta at the car show.
Woo! At the car show, you got to make that happen, Envy.
All right. How you want to do it, bro? We can set this up right now. How you want to do it?
Man, I wanted to be something memorable, you know what I mean?
Why at the car show, though?
Well, that's just a big moment for us.
That's right. Car show is a great place to do it. Shut up, Charlamagne.
Do you have a car in the car show?
No, I mean, I wish they would have got my donkey.
Don't worry, you don't need a car.
I need to know what's the sentimental reasoning.
Man,
you said it's a big. You said it's a big moment for you and your fiance. Why?
It's like the Rock Nation brunch.
Exactly. Like, how would you propose at Coachella? Like, why?
You got this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call you on stage, right?
Yeah.
And then you walk on stage, and I'm gonna be like, yo, congratulations, you won. And I'm gonna give you something that you want, and be like, you got something to say to the people, and then you call your wife up. You do it right there.
Well, it's not his wife yet, Envy.
I mean, you should have said all of this off air.
Kind of, but it's all good.
Listen, I hope she says yes. That's all I hope.
Where's your wife at now? She's sleeping?
She's not his wife yet.
Oh, it's fiance.
She's not his fiance yet.
Your girlfriend. All right, well, what we'll do is we'll put you on hold so I get your information, and we're gonna make this nice.
Hey, most definitely, I appreciate all three of y'all and Drumos and Steve.
Wait, bro,
y'all like me.
Bro, do you have tickets to the car show?
Yeah, we already got out of bed.
Perfect. All right, we good.
And be like, because if not,
yeah, I don't know. You gotta do that outside in the front.
You can propose outside.
Hold on, I'm gonna get your information, man.
You can't even get in.
Appreciate y'all.
You know what? I'm touched that he would like to come to Coachella.
You're definitely touched.
I don't think it has nothing to do with you, sir.
Snacks. That's all snacks.
This is the biggest thing happening, I guess, in Atlanta on a Saturday. He's gonna be there.
I'm touched. All right, we're gonna make that happen. We're gonna make it nice for him. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Romy Rome's in the house.
Oh, my God. Good morning, Romy Rome.
Start that Charlamagne.
I ain't say nothing, Romy Rome. I'm with you. How are you? How you doing at 45 years old this morning, brother?
Man, I'm 28 years old, and I just started my own trucking company.
Yes.
Congratulations, kid.
Young entrepreneur.
Shout out to the black businesses. Hello, Angela E. Good morning.
Good morning. We love to see it.
Especially for Dramos, because I hear you leaving on Friday. I just want to give you blessings, on your new journeys.
Dramos has already checked out long ago.
Dramos and our producer Dan set all these calls up to have people call in to say goodbye to Dramos.
Dramos left 2 weeks ago.
They're not slick. Like, get the hell out of here. Tell the truth. They told you to call in, right?
No, I made that up myself. And I was like, is this Dramos? And he was like, no. I'm like, well, I just want to say something to Dramos and give him blessings and all that.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, why are y'all such haters, bro?
I don't believe it.
Big haters, Dramos.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
He'll be back.
Shout out to Iowa.
Thank you, bro.
Iowa. I'm sorry.
What does Iowa have to do with you, Dramos? Shout out Iowa. He said,
exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
Nothing to do with you.
I would say that y'all are some damn haters, bro. Let this man talk.
Dramos, we have no reason to hate on you, sir.
Okay, whatever.
Okay, none whatsoever.
That sounds like some hate.
That's a little hate.
Go ahead, sir.
And shout out to my mom. That's it. That's all I got.
You shout out Dramos before your mom?
Wow.
That's
wild.
Thank you, brother.
Dramos must have shout out your mom, too.
Wow.
Don't do that, Angela Yee. Don't do that, Angela Yee.
I mean, listen. Here's the thing. Those calls, that's all the more reason you shouldn't leave.
What?
Because you ain't going to get that when you leave. But you'll learn.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's up, Andy?
What's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
Yeah, what's up, City God? Hey, Yee.
Peace, King.
Hey.
Yeah, last night I was trying to get some, and my girl was like, nope, you ain't getting nothing, because another guy was looking at me at the gym, and I was like, what does that have to do with me? So now...
What happened now?
Wait, because what happened?
Another guy was checking you out at the gym, and your wife wouldn't give you something?
No, not another girl. Another girl was checking at me at the gym, like, was looking at me. I didn't even know. She was like, nope, no, you ain't getting nothing tonight.
So she was jealous? And you didn't even do nothing?
No, I didn't do anything.
Is she normally a jealous person?
Oh, yeah, she's like that all the time, but last night I didn't do anything.
You're not telling us the whole story.
Yeah, you did something, bro.
You're not telling us the whole story. You flirted back. You did something.
No, I didn't do anything, Charlamagne.
You're a liar.
I was just working out, and I don't know. It's just...
If anything, another girl checking you out would make her be like, "Oh, people still want him."
Okay, what should I do? I can't do anything. It's up to her to control her insecurity. I have nothing to do with it.
You did something, bro.
You did something. You flirted back.
You did something, man. Well, get some lotion this morning because you ain't getting none. All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got rumors on the way?
Yes, and find out what billionaire was hosting nude pool parties and getting drunk.
We'll talk about it next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God. Oh, yeah, you go.
I'm here. Good morning,
I didn't know you was
everybody.
here. Say something.
I said I was here. Y'all was arguing behind the scenes. You and Dramos.
Because Dramos
Goodness gracious.
is so entitled. It's so foolish.
You're old.
Wow.
We're going to have this conversation tomorrow for his last day. Dramos act like he's not 30 plus years old.
It don't matter.
He'll learn.
You're just old.
He'll learn.
Okay, guys.
All right, let's get to the rumors. Let's go.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So listen up.
Well, now there are stories coming out about Bill Gates, and they said that he, during Microsoft's early days in the late 80s and early 90s, he had a propensity for partying, and they said during nights when he wasn't working his usual 17-hour days, he would have friends and dancers from local all-nude nightclubs over. They would swim naked at his bachelor pad, and I'm sure that was a beautiful bachelor pad. They said he would round up all the girls himself and bring them over there. And according to James Wallace, he wrote 2 biographies on Bill Gates. He said, I don't know if he physically transported them or if he just told them where to show up.
What's the problem?
Nothing. I'm just telling you what happened. Now, in a statement, Bill Gates' spokesperson said, it is extremely disappointing that there have been so many lies published about the cause, the circumstances, and the timeline of Bill Gates' divorce. The rumors and speculations surrounding Mr. Gates are becoming increasingly absurd, and it's unfortunate that people who have little to no knowledge are being characterized as sources.
Yeah, I don't even know the story that they're trying to paint of Bill Gates anymore. Like, what's the point? Okay, he used to have parties and have fun. So what?
When he was single.
Yeah, what does it matter?
Right. So they're saying that he did try to keep his romantic options open while he was dating Melinda, and he actually struggled to commit to her. All right. Now, speaking of rumors, there was a rumor that Biz Markie had passed. I saw Envy sent out a message. I woke up this morning and saw that. But there's an official statement from Biz Markie's family saying the news of Biz Markie's passing is not true. Biz is still under medical care, surrounded by professionals who are working hard to provide the best health care possible. Biz's wife and family are touched by the outpouring of love and admiration from his friends, peers, and fans. They did say at this time, we ask for your continued thoughts and prayers during this difficult time.
Now, I just want to say we have a group chat. I wasn't out there just throwing messages.
No, I know. You
around.
asked us, and I woke up, and I was like, because you were like,
weird.
the
No,
business.
group chat. Yeah, I asked if Biz Markie had passed because I wasn't sure because I didn't see it in too many places. I seen people saying rest in peace, but I hope he's doing better. And, you know, I pray and pray and pray he does okay. As Charlamagne always says, you know, I hope that he has healing energy.
I sent him healing energy.
Biz Markie is a great person.
Great human being.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Angie Martinez say yesterday that everybody's so thirsty to want to report on death that they don't even care if the story is accurate or true. They just want to post, and she's absolutely positively right.
Right. No, absolutely. And I saw, I guess whoever does my Facebook page, somebody had posted it and then posted the news that it wasn't true. So I was like, what? Where did this come from? All right. Now, Doja Cat was on with Big Boy, and she was talking about an incident when her veneers fell out. Here's what she said.
But I went to get veneers, and the little pieces like started to move a little bit, and it's because he wanted it to look good.
Right.
And so they couldn't stay in very well because they looked so good. They had to be like all separate. So this side just fell out inside of a cookie the other day. I was in a car, I spit out the cookie, and I had to fish my teeth out of the cookie and throw it out the window.
You threw the teeth out?
I threw the cookie out.
Oh, she threw the cookie out with the teeth in them?
Oh my gosh. Listen, y'all got to get the right veneers when you get them.
Yeah, I didn't know veneers could come out.
Well, you know what? I think
come out either.
first they give you temporary teeth, right? Before they put the actual veneers in. And when you have the temporary ones, you have to be really careful about what you eat. You can't have like certain sauces because it could stain the temporary
Stain your
ones
teeth or
until
something
you get
certain-
the real ones. So first you
Even
get
wine,
temporary
I think
teeth.
too, yeah. You remember when Charlamagne, and this wasn't a veneer, I think this was a cap. He ate some fish.
Oh,
and
some
then when
catfish.
Remember, it was a cat, and then
You
his
got
cat.
catfish?
I was so mad at that restaurant. I was like, because you know,
What
catfish
happened?
eat anything, right? So I'm eating the catfish. I'm like, there's a goddamn tooth in my catfish.
Apparently you eat anything too.
And then after I finished eating, I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell happened to my tooth? It was my tooth the whole time.
Yeah.
It was a cap.
fell out?
It
Was
was
it
a cap in the, I had a cap in the back.
Yo, he was so mad. My God, I've never eaten there again. There's a tooth in the thing, and he was like, and he had to go in the garbage. You had to go in the garbage and fish it out. He was like, oh man, it was my cap.
It was definitely my cap.
All right. Well, there you go. And Ariana Grande is giving away $1 million worth of therapy to her fans, and she announced it on social media. She's teaming up with the mental health organization BetterHelp, and that pairs people seeking therapy with a licensed therapist.
I love it. Dropping the clues bomb for Ariana Grande.
She posted on social media while acknowledging that therapy should not be for a privileged few, but something everyone has access to, and acknowledging that this doesn't fix that issue in the long run. I really wanted to do this anyway in hopes of inspiring you to dip a toe in, to feel okay asking for help, and to hopefully rid your minds of any sort of self-judgment in doing so.
That's right. Today is actually the first day of Minority Mental Health Month, Black Mental Health Month, BIPOC Mental Health Month, whatever. It's a lot of different titles, but yes. Today is the first day of that.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Now we got front page news next. What are we talking about?
Yes, and let's talk about a wedding where, and this is happening a lot more frequently, they're asking for their guests to have a certain type of criteria. We'll tell you what that is.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
If summer is inspiring you to be a little bit healthier, Audible is a great help. Check it out for guided meditations, motivating podcasts, and audiobooks on fitness and nutrition. Get your first audiobook free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com/breakfastclub.
I don't know what's going on this morning at The Breakfast Club, but I see Charlamagne and Dramos fighting too much. I don't know if it's the fact that Charlamagne's leaving.
We're not
or
fighting.
what.
He's so sad that Dramos is leaving. He's
going?
going to miss him.
Charlamagne's not leaving.
Dramos is leaving. I mean, I don't know what's going on. They lashing
We're
out
having
at
a
each other?
discussion about dating because Dramos said that if you take a
you don't
woman
wanna
out,
date no more?
he said if you take a woman out on a first date, you should pay. But he expects her to act like she should pay. What'd you say?
I just want like the courtesy, like, hey, do you want me to, chip in or something like that? You know what I mean?
No.
Like, just show courtesy.
You asked her out.
Can we
No.
do front page news?
All right, well, let's get in some front page news.
Thanks.
We're going to talk about this tomorrow, though. But anyway, congratulations to Chris Paul and the Phoenix Suns.
That's
They
right.
beat They beat the Clippers last night 130 to 103. So congratulations to them. They are in the NBA Finals.
Dropping the clues bombs for the Phoenix Suns. I picked the Clippers at the beginning of the season to win it all, but with Kawhi Leonard down, we know that wasn't going to happen. But I think the Suns are going to take it all. CP3 is going to get his first ring this year, I believe.
All right, what else we got, Yeezy?
Well, the bride is requiring everyone at her wedding to be vaccinated. So now some of her family members are not going to attend. And what the bride is saying is that she's got some issues with her immune system. She said, for my personal safety, everybody that I'm around, they need to be vaccinated just to protect myself. And secondly, we believe in science. And scientists are telling us that getting vaccinated protects you from something that could kill you. It's still ravaging the world around us as we speak.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's her wedding. You know what I mean? So being that it's her wedding, she can set it up and curate it however she wants to. And she probably knows the people in her family who wouldn't get the vaccine, and it's the people she don't want to come anyway.
Well, there's a lot of other brides-to-be that have actually made this requirement now. It's a more popular thing that's been happening, and some of them have gotten pushback. Like one woman was saying she thought her family and everybody would be into it, but some people are like, no, screw the government, and they said they're not getting the vaccine, and so they're just not going to show up to the wedding. And she said, it's your autonomy to decide if you want to get vaccinated or not, but it's our decision that we will only allow guests who have at least had their first vaccine to attend. And she said some guests might end up getting it before the ceremony. Others might decide it's not worth it and not come at all. And her reason is she also has family members that are older, so she wants to make sure that they're protected.
I'm not mad at it. It's her wedding.
All right, now the Delta variant of COVID-19 has been detected in all 50 states and Washington, D.C., according to the latest tally from CNN. So here is what Dr. Fauci has to say.
When you have such a low level of vaccination superimposed upon a variant that has a high degree of efficiency of spread, what you are going to see among under-vaccinated regions, be they states, cities, or counties, you're going to see these individual types of blips. It's almost like it's going to be two Americas.
Certain states have less than 35% of residents fully vaccinated, like Mississippi, Alabama, Arkansas, Wyoming, and Louisiana. And what they are saying in Mississippi, just 29.7% of the population is fully vaccinated. Unvaccinated people have accounted for more than 90% of COVID-19 cases and deaths in the past month. So they're just concerned with the Delta variant, which actually spreads a lot more quickly than everything else. They think that in those regions where there's low levels of vaccination, it's going to be more harmful.
So does the vaccine work against the JetBlue variant?
Delta, don't call it
the JetBlue variant.
I know. Yeah, they are saying, like we said, unvaccinated people have accounted for more than 90% of the COVID-19 cases in Mississippi, and deaths in Mississippi. So they are saying that it appears to be working against that variant as well.
And I don't want to disrespect JetBlue or Delta because I like JetBlue or Delta. We should call that the Spirit variant, okay? Or the Southwest variant.
Ugh.
All right?
Yeah.
You guys are snobs. All right, well, that is your front page news.
All right, thank you, Miss Yee. Now, when we come back, D.L. Hughley will be joining us. We're going to kick it with D.L., comedian,
he's got a new book out.
Host, author, and all that.
He's got a new book called How to Survive America out right now.
All right, so we're going to kick it with D.L. when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, it's the world's most dangerous morning show, The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee. Envy's not here, but we got one of my favorite people on the show right now, Mr. D.L. Hughley. He's got a new book out, How to Survive in America. D.L., what's up, my brother?
What's up, man? What's up, birthday boy? How you doing?
Man, I'm blessed, black, and highly favored, man.
Yeah, that's a good combination. How you doing, pretty one?
I'm good, D.L. How are you? Good to see you always.
I'm all right. I'm doing a lot better. I'm doing a lot better than last time this year. Last time this year,
you had COVID, right?
Yeah. Most people think it was Juneteenth, but it's the anniversary of me passing out on stage. So,
hold on. Was it the COVID or the passing out? Which one was it?
Well, I passed. Well, I had COVID, but I was dehydrated. Because I think drinking and flying and exercising probably ain't a good combination. But so I was and performing. So I just passed out on stage. Then they revealed to me I had COVID. But then I gave everybody. I'm talking about Jasmine, the whole my son, everybody that worked with me. So it was the gift that kept on giving.
Well, look at the bright side. You gave them the antibody too.
Yeah, I did.
You know what I mean?
If a spider bite them, they'll be superheroes.
That's right.
it's a blessing. I just want to say that everybody survived that too, because that's not
Absolutely.
an easy thing. You know how guilty you would feel like if you went back to work and then somebody didn't make it.
And that's what's funny to me because it's still people out there who don't believe that. Like outside was shut down, but people still don't believe it. And I think when you have seen what it has done to people, I don't know anybody that hasn't lost somebody from this disease. I don't know anybody that hasn't been affected by it in some way. But I guess, I'm very blessed that no one that I know of in my particular instance where I gave it to them died. I'm happy about that.
Now, Dia, you about to have your own Hughley school with your own curriculum. You keep putting out all these damn books, man. It's your third book in like a year and a half, it seemed like.
Well, you know what? I wasn't even going to write the book, but then I got COVID, and I was hearing all these people talking about the disproportion, how COVID was disproportionately affecting Black people. And I saw Jerome Adams come on TV and talk about how it was our drinking and eating, basically intimated that it was our drinking, eating, and smoking. And there's never been a time where something bad happened to Black people that they didn't, in some kind of way, blame it on us. Like, what we eat, it's what we smoke, it's what we drink. As I recall, COVID was ravaging the world, but I didn't hear any other government officials all over anywhere in the world give a particular dispensation to a group of people. They didn't say, well, Italians, you getting it because of this, or Spanish, you getting it because of this. But there always has seemed to be this thing where America has to show us that it's our fault for existing. Like it's our fault for putting ourselves in these situations. So that was the impetus for the book.
I'm glad.
Yeah, along those lines, you talk about George Floyd getting killed in the book, and you say how they try to blame it on him and talk about, he had all this in his system, and this is what happened. And so that's something that happens, all the time here in the United States. And then we just saw the verdict for Derek Chauvin, 22 and a half years. So what were your thoughts on that?
Well, I was watching it like everyone else, and I knew immediately when the judge said, I'm not going to be swayed by emotion or public opinion. And then he gave his verdict, and his verdict was tepid because I don't think America's ever seen a Black person die that they didn't think was inherently at fault for it. This man watched testimony, he watched witness testimony, he saw the facts, he watched that young man's daughter testify, but he was more inclined to be sympathetic to the mother of a murdered woman than he was the daughter of a murdered son. And the way he just took the emotion out of it, he could have just said, and contrast it with that, had that been something that society, was abhorred by, like if it had been the reverse situation, he would have made a statement for society. He would have said, this is an abhorrent society, we can't have it. When something happens to Black people, it's just, it's bad, but it ain't that bad because they inherently believe that some kind of way that it was our fault. And the only way George Floyd wouldn't have gotten killed by Derek Chauvin is not to have met him that day. That's right. Only thing I'm gonna say.
That's right. And even hearing Derek after the fact say, well, it's more things that's going to come out that y'all don't know. What more can we know?
Yeah, come on.
Right.
We've seen it.
Right. Like he didn't even say, he couldn't even, look, man, if I'm genuinely sorry, we've all had to apologize for things that we were genuinely sorry about. You look a person in his eyes and you connect with him in some way. He gave the most formulaic, well, if more things that come out, you going to prison.
That's right.
Not enough. Like, and then you're going to catch a federal beef. So I just think when it comes to us, there's just never, it's two things America generally doesn't feel sorry for. One's a great young Black man, the other one's a great white shark. They just, Hey,
I'm glad you said what you said about, the way they view Black people, because I'm not an anti-vaxxer, but that's how I feel about them trying to push the vaccine to the Black community and then acting like we the problem for pushing back. As if this country hasn't shown us that the medical institution has been racist towards us since day one. Like the distrust is for no reason.
Right. Well, I had Dr. Fauci on my show, and I said exactly that. But if you look at the Hanes Company and what they did, just look at Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson sold a product to Black and brown women, the baby powder. You remember Black women had baby powder everywhere. Like, they swear they're making cookies under their arms. I'm like, what you doing? Like,
now hold on, y'all was using baby powder too, Di.
Exactly
y'all was
right.
powdered. Yeah.
You're exactly right, but that was sold to us because they believe, because inherently we didn't want to be seen as smelly or filthy, and they sold that to us knowing it was poison, knowing that it would kill us, knowing that it would cause us physical harm. Now these same people are selling us a life-saving serum. So I can understand the hesitant, because the last time black people were invited for medical treatment, the line started in Tuskegee. I get it, but we have a choice either to accept that this isn't real and that God's going to take care of it, that it'll all go away, or to do something that kind of insulates you against something. So to me, the choice is a devil's bargain. But I think I have seen what it's done. So I knew I took the Moderna vaccine because a young black woman developed it. She was in technical development. And in addition to sisters, if you take this, now in addition to the fact that it'll potentially could save you, because the sisters develop it, it'll lay your edges down. So that'd be great. No Gorilla Glue for you, damn it.
How do you get black people to be more open to getting the vaccine, though? Because like you said, and as we all know, there is a history of us not just trusting the whole medical profession and things that have happened to us in the past. And I know they're trying to figure it out now. Like, how do we get this into more black people? So what are your thoughts on that? Like, how can you even make that something that we feel is more viable?
So, listen, people believe what they hear on the internet more than they hear from a medical professional. You have a doctor. If you don't have a doctor, I mean, you can find access to a doctor. Then talk to somebody, because you have to be an advocate in your own personal health, just like anything else. But and I think just got to stop listening. When I hear celebrities get on TV, I'm not taking because I don't trust what's in it. I'm like, when you just on cocaine, you were just on cocaine, right? Like you don't know what's in Remy Martin either. You don't know what's in the Popeye chicken sandwich either. Like so, at a certain point, the government and corporate America, this nexus has been detrimental to us. But is this disease real? Is it killing us disproportionately or not? Is there something that we can do about it or not? And I think in the end, you have an obligation, not only for you, but your family and your community, to make a sobering, intelligent, well-educated choice. You have to decide based on information what's best for you. And I think if people are right, then this vaccine is going to take all the people away. It's going to be all the scientists, all the doctors. So it's going to be just a bunch of Trump supporters and black conspiracy theorists on there.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, give me the vaccine and let me get the out of here. I'm going.
I don't want to live in a world where nobody don't believe a damn thing.
No way.
All right, we got more with DL Hughley when we come back, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with DL Hughley. Yee.
What's been your own personal experience with going to the doctor, right? Even being able to choose the right doctor. What has it been like for you personally, that journey?
Well, I think everybody, like when I first, I have a doctor now, Dr. Lavin, who's a great doctor. But when I initially started going to the doctor's office I go to, it was a doctor named Dr. Brown, and he would never touch me or look at me. My stomach was killing me. I didn't know what was going on. This is 20, 25 years ago. Then I see this young kid walk by, and I go, "Are you a doctor?" And I told him what was going on. And that doctor started treating me. Now he treats my whole family. He has he treats a lot of people. But he started asking me questions and how can I decide what's wrong with you if I don't have an intimate I have to see you, touch you. I have to see what's going on with you. I have to care. Mm-hmm. So I think that if you look at how black people are treated, you don't have to look further than Naomi Osaka. When she said she wasn't, mentally up to performing, they said that she was, weaponizing mental health. They just don't believe us. If we're sick, they don't believe us. If we're hurt, they don't believe us. One of the reasons we didn't get hooked on opiates to the extent the rest of the country did, because we don't have doctors though. You ain't in pain, so I ain't giving you nothing to stop it. So I think the idea that when we tell you we hurt, there's something in your mechanism in your mind that can't believe that black people can, like even medical doctors right now believe black people are bigger and more impervious to pain. We're not super. If a black person had a superpower, it should be the ability to make white people believe them. That would be like.
Hey, there's a great book you should read, DL, called My Grandma's Hands. It's called My Grandma's Hands, Racialized Trauma and the Pathways to Mending Our Hearts and Bodies, man. They talk about that at length, about how white people just feel like we're just impervious to pain.
Text that to me. Like even the very J. Marion Sims, who had up until recently a statue in the park, and it's the father of modern gynecology. He performed surgery without anesthesia on enslaved black women. Like
That's
almost everything that's associated with us, almost everything. Like even if you look at Juneteenth, more white people will be off on a day that commemorates the end of slavery, albeit two and a half years later, will be off. And I think to make it fair, if we're gonna have a Juneteenth, white people should have to work all day for free that day.
us.
When do I get a break? You'll find out. It's just, there are things that America will accept, and there are things that they won't. Like, we've made incredible leaps. We will accept a man is really a woman trapped in a woman's body, or a woman's really a man trapped in a man's body. But we haven't grasped the concept that all black people aren't inherently inferior or inherently criminal. Like, every time a black person gets shot, it's like, what about Chicago? I live in San Jose. What the hell that got to do with me? Like, so right. I think that even when I watch you do an interview with Pete Buttigieg, and he was talking about how far America's come.
Buttigieg, man. What did you call him just?
Man,
he said it how it looks. He said it how it looks.
I think he's a bright young kid, but I think, like everybody else, he can't wrap his mind around the fact that America, either black people are infantile, amoral people, or America's been incredibly racist and monstrous. Either they can't. When you look at the fact, like, they always look how far we've come. Yes, but every one of our freedoms is attached to white people's notion of it. Every one of our freedoms has a moratorium on it. And even the right to vote depends on which set of white men are in power at the time when it comes up for re-election, when it comes to a vote. When our freedoms are not in charge, we shouldn't have to negotiate basic human freedoms. But we're as free as the white people in charge that day let us be.
That's right.
Freedom, we don't have to negotiate freedom. I don't have to have a panel and one of the things people say, well, it makes white people feel bad, this critical race theory. Yeah, learning about racism is bad, but change was a lot worse.
That's right. That's right.
So I don't understand. And there is this notion that whatever has happened to you has to have been your fault, or my forefathers were just monsters. Like, we have monsters on the $20 bill. It's the fact that we got a rapist and a murder on our money that we have to work hard for is ironic to me.
I hate the fact that they point to the creed of this country and say, yeah, this is what this country is all about. If this country was really about freedom, liberty, and justice for all, we wouldn't have to fight for our rights.
Who has to fight for even black people are the only force, the only being in existence that has to ask other beings for its right to exist. It's right to just live. No one's telling you we want to be in charge. We're saying we have the basic right that our lives matter is a political statement that starts fights.
That's right.
Like, I never thought I'd see America so scared of a disease they let us walk around with masks on. I just it's just getting around this notion and having black people understand this notion. Like, I hear, and you hear this all the time, black on black crime, but black children who have black teachers throughout the course of their educational journey are more likely to go on to school. Black women and black people who have black medical doctors and healthcare professionals are more likely to have a successful outcome. We can't be bad for each other if we teach each other how to learn and we lead each other to life. We can't be bad for each other. Just having black people around you makes you safer and opens your mind up. How can we be bad to each other? And why do we sell the notion that we are?
Man, it's the illest mind DL. These colonizers who killed, raped, pillaged all around the world, most violent people you've ever seen, convinced the world that we the violent ones, and convinced each other that we the violent ones.
And like when everybody always go, oh, we like crabs in a bucket. Well, you idiot, crabs don't belong in a bucket. If you put anything anywhere, it fight to survive. People are idiots. It's crazy to me.
I was going to say, back to your black on black crime, because yes, people always bring that up. And I can't stand when people do that when it has nothing to do with the matter at hand. When you're talking about police brutality against black people and they're like, well, black people need to stop killing each other. And you're right. And you say it in the book too, black on black doctoring. Let's talk about that. Black on black entrepreneurship and how we can help each other out so much. And that representation really does matter, because how do you know what you can be or do? And how can somebody help you better than somebody that looks like you, right?
We learn by seeing things, like some people, and hearing things. We're audiodidactic to a large degree. Whatever we are right now is what we see. Like people start playing black people started playing basketball because they saw black people doing it. We started look at what happened when black people watched the Cosbys. How many people went to college? Look at what happened now when Barack Obama ran for president, and look how many people became involved in the political process. And there's a direct correlation between Cosby, watching Cosby, not all the stuff that happened after. And you didn't want to watch it. And America's acceptance of a black father or a black leader position. So we do what we see. And if you took all of the resources out of anywhere, a rose and a weed fight for the same resources as black people do in these, like, crime isn't based on race. It's based on poverty. Show me a safe, poor place. But everybody, Chicago is the whipping boy for all that's wrong in the black community. Nobody ever talks about West Virginia.
That's right.
Thousands more pills than people. Nobody ever makes a connection. Everybody talks about black on black crime as if we are all inherently the same. Nobody talks about white racism the same way. Nobody does that.
That's right.
So I think we have to start having different conversations with people, and the only way I can do it is either through a joke or a book.
Why can't politicians just say America is a racist country? Whether it's Secretary Pete, whether it's OG Jim Clyburn, VP Harris, Tim Scott, why can't politicians just say America's a racist country?
Anybody that gets money from somebody that they got to make feel good, whether it's a dope dealer, a preacher, or a politician, all have the same interests. If they don't make you feel good, if you're not coming back, if you're not. America's fat and ignorant because we like too much sweet in our food and in our conversation. We have to feel good. We're a nation full of infantile children. I know that if I want to be a healthy human being, I can't only consume what I like. I can't eat dessert all the time.
That's right.
But we only hear the things we want to hear, and whatever we don't want to hear, we won't. Like we go in these echo chambers. Like we live around people that are like us. We talk to people that are like us. You never see anybody from Fox News go anywhere else because they only play home games.
Wow.
Like how great a champion could you be if you only played in front of your home crowd?
That's
you can't
real.
win. The greatest teams are the teams that can win anywhere. But you're so afraid of having your notion challenged that you will only play for the team that you suit up for every day.
All right, well, don't move. We got more with DL Hughley. When we come back, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with DL Hughley. Yee.
DL, since we were talking about purpose, when did you realize what your purpose is?
I think it evolves. I think that before I just wanted to get out of where I was at. And then I wanted to make money, and then I wanted to laugh, and then I wanted to raise a family. And now I just want people to, whether people dig what I say or don't, it's not my gig. A laugh and a boo, pretty much the same thing to me. But as long as I'm clear, and my gig right now is to be as clear as possible. And I think there is a peace and clarity that gives me a more satiated now than I've ever been, because I know what I'm saying. I believe, I know that I feel it, and I know that I'm ready to accept what other people assess that as.
What's harder to write, DL, books or stand-up?
Stand-up's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll see something and it'll be funny to me. Like now, like irony is funny to me. Like now, I remember Caitlyn Jenner. She said that she didn't believe cisgender athletes should be able to compete against transgender athletes. People got mad. And I was like, I don't know why. She been all of them. Like literally, she's been all of them. Like she's on the Wheaties box and the tampon box. How are you mad at somebody that is... Jokes are easier to write because they're just I look at an ironic twist in something, and it's just funny to me. And then I don't have an expectation of what people will feel about that. So I think that's easier. It's harder to write a book because it's more collaboration, and you have to involve more things than your innate ability to communicate.
Yeah. We saw Cat Williams saying that Cedric stole one of his jokes and it turned into a thing, and Cedric responded. Have you ever been accused of stealing a joke or had an experience?
Yes, of course. The first time I ever started doing comedy here in Los Angeles, Tommy Davidson said, "Hey, that's my joke," and he was right.
You stole it from him?
Yeah, I didn't know it was his, but yeah, of course. I started. It was 30 years ago. You do what you see, and then after a while you become. And that's what's insulting. Stop pretending like you did something. That somebody did something you didn't do to something. Everybody steals in the beginning. I don't care who you are and how great you become. If you tell me a comic who said he's never stole a joke, and I'll show you a liar. That's ridiculous. But it's not the jokes that make things funny. Nobody ever broke because of a joke. Nobody. Nobody ever broke because of a joke. They all break because of the personality. Cat is a brilliant comic. No matter what he says, it's going to be pretty brilliant. Say's a brilliant comic. And in the end, they're two different people with two different perspectives. You would never go to a Cat Williams show and expect Cedric, and you would never go to a Cedric show to expect Cat. But I know this. I've never seen Say, and I've known him my whole career. Wife and my wife, you can tell when we got a residual check because they'll be gone and it'll be empty envelopes. But I've never seen a dude who's more loved and respected him. He's so loved and respected, I can't stand him sometimes. I'm like, man, nobody ever about you. Like one time Dick Gregory said something bad about me, and I was so happy it literally made my day. It made my day. If what Cat said was true, it would have made my day. If I believed it, it would have made my day because I'm like, finally somebody said something bad about you. But I think that they're just different people, and you can have a different idea of it. But I don't. There's one event, thousands of perspectives, and I've just never seen Say be that kind of dude.
You got to tell me,
now back
DL,
to Tommy Davidson.
Yeah,
you got to expand on that. Did you apologize? Like, what happens when you steal a joke?
I got defensive and started wanting to fight because I was wrong and dumb. Yeah.
But how do you steal from somebody but didn't know you stole from them?
Because you hear it. You just hear a joke. Like I heard somebody telling a joke, just in parlance. Now I didn't know it was Tommy Davidson because I would have known who he was, but he was in the audience. And that dude came up to me and he said, "Hey man, that's my joke." And I mean, who the all that kind of stuff. And he was right. And I apologize.
I didn't
apologize till years later, but he was right.
That's when you steal a nigga chain from somebody who stole a chain from somebody else.
Right.
And then
like I don't know it's yours, then I'm American. I'm quintessentially American.
Now,
what about getting a joke stolen from you though, right? Since you stole his joke. And have you confronted people like, you stole my...
Remember when we used to do Def Jam, people used to do that all the time. But it was ironic because I knew I had already done it. So now I'm just going to pretend like I didn't know I did it. Steal from me all you want. You can't steal me.
Hey, I tell Duval that all the time, and you in the same space, DL. It's almost impossible not to take from you because you on the radio, you got a podcast, you do stand-up. Like, they hear you so much. It's probably stuff you say that you don't even think about. You know what I mean? And somebody might grab it and turn it into a whole bit.
What it's called? You can't. Everything's in the zeitgeist. But you know what I don't do? What I don't do is I'm always late for performance because I never want to see who's on before me. I never go because I don't want to have that thing in my head. I walk on right before I'm on stage. Me and my dog get there. We go on stage and we do our job because. Plus, I don't want anybody's thought of a situation affect mine. Like I didn't when I was watching. I'll watch something like Prince Philip passed on 99 years old, which was very sad. And he survived World Wars, he survived COVID, but he didn't get past that Oprah interview, did he? Like a black grandbaby? It's Buckingham Palace, not Buck Weedenham. Okay. But things like that are like I'm attracted to darker perspectives. Like I'm glad that New York finally is looking at legalizing marijuana and all it took was to have a governor accused of sexual assault. That's all it took. Like he touched my ass. Y'all want some weed? Y'all like some weed? I like things that are more sensitive. I didn't feel bad for Meghan Markle. I didn't. I think it's silly to pretend like you didn't know that the people who began the process of colonization are gonna change things because of the black girl from Suits.
They're
not gonna do that.
I was like, what did she expect? I was like, what existence has she lived that she thought things was gonna be different from her? That was like a wake up call to me.
Right. But you blessed you in the royal. I don't care what you call me if I'm in the royal family, nigga. Sir, nigga to you. Now somebody walk me to the royal. I'm not.
But until you're there, you don't know how bad it is too. And when you're having a baby, I think that makes it even worse when you're thinking about bringing a baby into that situation.
I think that I've had babies, and let me tell you this: I've had a few of them. I've done it, but I think that it is presumptuous to believe that you get to escape. You get a pass from blackness. I don't care who you're around.
That's right.
No black person. I don't care. There are things. I don't care whether you are Tim Scott or whether you're Charlamagne the God. There are things that, as a black man, some experience you're going to have, and you don't get to skip them. And to believe skip them, believe that you have a notion of yourself that is different.
That's right. That's why.
But in your head, maybe you think you can handle it too, right? Like maybe you're saying, okay, I know it's going to be tough. And then you get there and it's like, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? And you're allowed to walk away from that. But maybe you know it's going to happen. And you're thinking, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say this. I'm going to do this.
And
but then
they're gonna forget that I'm black. They're gonna
not that they'll forget, but maybe you think you can take it. And so you can't take it.
I think that it's awful presumptuous to believe that you are going to have experiences that I just, in my estimation, and obviously I feel empathic for her because I think a woman and emotions and having children and wanting everybody to love your children and to have, I think that that's human, except we're not viewed as human. Except that inherently we're not viewed as human. So I feel bad.
Even having a baby and your hormones, and I'm sure like it makes you more emotional, so who knows? I mean, I can't, judge that.
I know this, no matter what, I don't care. Hormones, a beautiful baby, Archie, I don't care none of that. That didn't change the way they saw her.
That's right. Them white supremacists don't give a what she was going through.
She, quiet as it's kept, she ain't the first black woman that had a baby they didn't care nothing about.
Hey, DL, brother, we love you, man. How to Survive in America is out right now. Make sure y'all go grab that. You going back on tour anytime soon?
Yeah.
He's out here.
Yeah, I'm writing a new special called Neat.
Neat?
Yeah, like I like my liquor neat, not shaken, not stirred, no additives, preserved, just neat.
I like that. I like that. DL Hughley, it's the Breakfast Club.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Well, you never know what people went through as they grew up as a child, what's going on in their real life. And Kevin Gates was on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson, and he said he was going to be really open and honest, and he shared a story that he's never spoken about publicly.
It was an escape for me. I grew up real violent and real aggressive, not because I wanted to be, but I was molested when I was a child. So I had this fear of being vulnerable. So I took every kind of martial arts you could take, and I even boxed, I did everything. And I wanted to be the toughest person on earth. But writing and making music was always an escape for me. Like I never had the to come out and say that.
I respect it. You can't hear what you don't reveal. You got to deal with your trauma will deal with you. So it's good that he's having that conversation.
And Mike Tyson did say he identified with those experiences as well, because he revealed this too about 7 years ago on Opie Radio. He said he was a victim of molestation, an older man who bullied him and snatched him off the street when he was a little kid, and he said he never seen him again. So those are open and honest experiences. All right, now Bill Cosby is back home, and he has broken his silence after his conviction was thrown out. It was overturned, and he is now free. Now, according to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, they ruled there's 2 reasons why the conviction could not stand. The judge allowed prosecutors to call 5 other accusers during the trial, and Bill Cosby should never have been criminally prosecuted based on an agreement that he made with the former DA. So with the former DA, Bruce Castor, he had cut a deal that if he testified in a civil deposition, he would not face a criminal trial. During that deposition, Cosby made some incriminating statements about drugging women, and it was presented at trial. So the Supreme Court did rule that deal was broken by prosecutors. So just so people know, it's not that they're saying that he's innocent. It's just that this was a technicality, and he should not have been facing this trial at all. He cannot be retried. Now, here is the spokesperson for Bill Cosby's family, Andrew Wyatt, speaking.
They vacated the conviction, meaning no trial. They overturned everything. He's going to be a free man, and that says a lot about the charges and about all the things that these women said about him. We thank the Pennsylvania State Supreme Court for giving us justice. And this is the justice that America has been looking for, because Bill Cosby has always said that this is bigger than him. This is about every black man in America.
All right, Bill Cosby also released a statement. He said, "I've never changed my stance nor my story. I've always maintained my innocence. Thank you to all my fans, supporters, and friends who stood by me through this ordeal. Special thanks to the Pennsylvania Supreme Court for upholding the rule of law." Now, Andrea Constant, of course, is not happy. She's the woman that was actually testified in court, saying that he gave her 3 blue pills and then sexually assaulted her. And so she said it's concerning because it may discourage those who seek justice for sexual assault in the criminal justice system from reporting or participating in the prosecution of the assailant, or may force a victim to choose between filing either a criminal or civil action. Some of his other accusers are also speaking out, saying that he's still dangerous after this overturned conviction. And Gloria Allred, who represented several Cosby accusers who testified against him, says the court's decision must be devastating for his accusers, and also the overturned conviction should not be interpreted as a statement or a finding that he did not engage in the acts of which he has been accused. He could still get thousands of dollars in public appearances after now that he's been released from prison. And so, as you can imagine, I'm sure there's going to be some interviews coming soon. Felicia Rashad also posted, finally, a terrible wrong is being righted. A miscarriage of justice is corrected. Then she backtracked and said, I fully support survivors of sexual assault coming forward. My post was in no way intended to be insensitive to their truth. Personally, I know from friends and family that such abuse has lifelong residual effects. My heartfelt wish is for healing. Now, Janet Hubert also weighed in and responded. You know her from The Fresh Prince. She said, Felicia, what are you thinking? I don't know you, but to say this was terribly wrong. Everyone knew what he was doing back then. How could you not? Get your umbrella, sister. Here comes the ish shower. I'm outraged that he's been released. Yes, he is an old ass guilty man. I would have said he's old, he's out, and I'm happy for him, but he's still guilty. I know 5 women who have not come forward. Enough. Y'all know we know better. Powerful men do wrong things, black or white. And other people responded as well. Timbaland posted Bill Cosby with Jello pudding pops. Who wants a Jello pudding pop? I'm home now. IC said, oh-ish, Bill Cosby might be touching back down on the bricks. Hot Boy Summer. Lil Duval said, Bill Cosby about to be free. City Boy win summer 2021. Now, Mark Lamont Hill posted, Bill Cosby is not innocent. He has not been exonerated. His release means that Cosby, a sexual predator, was incarcerated within a criminal legal system that has as little regard for its own rules and procedures as Cosby does for his victims. So everybody's weighing in.
Yeah, again, what we said earlier, too, that doesn't mean that he's innocent, but it does mean that the judicial system did something illegal against the law and locked him up with that. And he's probably going to sue. He's probably going to sue that judicial system.
Yeah, if you're someone who believes there is or was a conspiracy to get Bill Cosby, the way Pennsylvania law enforcement handled that case, what they're calling an illegal incarceration of Bill Cosby, will definitely give those conspiracy theorists a lot more ammunition.
All right, well, that is your rumor report.
All right. Now, don't forget, Ask Yee comes up after Donkey of the Day. So you can get on the phone lines right now. 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, you can call Yee right now. But up next, Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
You know, today is July 1st. I want to talk to a young person named Michael DeChesney. Michael DeChesney needs to come to the front of the congregation. We would like to have a word with him, please.
All right. We'll get into that next. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Hey, it's Angela Yee. Don't let weak hair hold you back. Carol's Daughter's Goddess Strength Collection supports hair as it gets longer for hair that's 15 times stronger after one use. Available at carolsdaughter.com and your local retailer.
You get donkey of the day. Yeah, you dumb ass. You get donkey of the day. Yeah, you dumb ass.
You are a donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day. Donkey of the Day, huh? I'm gonna fatten all that shit around your eye.
They want this man to throw them blows, man. They waiting for Charlamagne to tap these gloves. Let's go.
They had to make a judgment of who was going to be on the Donkey of the Day. They chose you.
Yes. The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, July 1st goes to Michael DeChesney. Now, Michael DeChesney is from Maine. Okay, and on Sunday morning at around 5 a.m., deputies got a call about a possible theft from a motor vehicle. Remember that song, 5 o'clock in the morning, where you gonna be? I don't know. Who sang that?
Bahamadia?
Oh, that Bahamadia?
I think so.
Oh.
Let me double check that.
Drop on the clues bombs for Bahamadia, even if it's not your song. Speak to you this morning. Good morning. Well, they searched the area and saw what they thought was a possible suspect walking, so they stopped him, questioned him, and determined that Michael DeChesney had nothing to do with the original theft, all right? But Mr. DeChesney did have an outstanding warrant for
Oh, it's
theft.
nonchalant.
Nonchalant.
Sorry,
Oh,
guys.
drop on
Sorry,
the clues bombs for
nonchalant.
nonchalant. Good morning. Nonchalant. Okay. But Mr. DeChesney did have an outstanding warrant for theft, so he got arrested for that warrant. Well, Michael let them know he had enough money for bail, so the bail commissioner was contacted immediately. I don't know why I'm even telling y'all this story. Let's go to the Charlotte Observer for the report, please.
Michael Desquesne was initially stopped Sunday morning after being mistaken for a suspect in another investigation. However, he's now facing charges including theft and forgery. Around 5 a.m., deputies got a call about a possible theft from a motor vehicle. While searching the area, Deputy Dwayne Fay located a possible suspect walking and stopped to question him. Investigation determined that Michael Desquesne had nothing to do with the original theft call and was walking home after having an argument with a female friend. But Desquesne had an outstanding warrant for theft. Desquesne was arrested on the theft warrant and granted an immediate meeting with the bail commissioner. After saying he had enough money for bail, his money turned out to be 2 counterfeit $100 bills. Desquesne was denied bail and returned to jail with the additional charge of forgery.
It's a fake. It was a fake. Now, I would never claim to be the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, nor am I the strongest Avenger. But what I do know, that if I get arrested, right, I get arrested for one charge, and I have to pay a bail, I don't think it would behoove me to pay said bail with counterfeit money. Okay, y'all have to stop making the N-word a black thing. Niggas gonna nig regardless of race. Okay, and that's what this situation was. I'm telling you, we live in an era where people are curating their own reality. Okay, Michael really made himself believe that the counterfeit $100 bills he had in his pocket was real. Same way y'all wake up every day and play make-believe about your lives on social media. See, the worst person you can lie to is yourself. My daddy would always tell me that when you lie, you're not lying to me, you're lying to yourself. And Michael Desquesne clearly was lying to himself. Now, he came back later, okay, according to the New York Post, and posted bail with what is being described as authentic U.S. currency. But it was too late. He already got slapped with the forgery charge. Okay, the moral of the story is some people are real, some people are good, some people are fake, and some people are real good at being fake. That really had nothing to do with anything. It was just a shot at the color of Envy's beard, because that color, too, is as fake as the $100 bills Michael was using to pay his bail. It's a fake. Please let Remy Ma give Michael Desquesne the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey of the day. Up next, Ask Ye. 800-585-1051 if you need relationship advice. Any type of advice. Maybe you work with a hater that talks bad about you and lies about your beard. Until you can't tell them that's not fake.
Whoa, let the record show. I'm not on Zoom, but I did see a glimpse of you on Instagram because Nick is recording video. Boy, you got that black mate beard shining for the Coachella. What is it?
It's Matt. It's Matt. But
between the two of
you sure it's not an E at the end?
It is an E. It's silent.
Well, you said you got Matt on your face. I don't know who Matt is, okay? But boy, it's that color.
That's what it is. You're jealous.
I don't think we had some good audio of Charlamagne from the other day. We need to make sure that's in the system too.
What I say?
We'll play it next when we come back.
When did I say it?
Before Angela.
I don't like off the cuff.
Ask Ye.
I said it in Ask Ye.
We're gonna get it for you. Stay tuned for that.
All right, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Come on.
Need relationship advice? Need personal advice? Just need real advice. Call up now for Ask Ye.
Keep it real.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. It's time for Ask Ye. Hello, who's this?
What up, though?
What up,
though, Jay?
What's your question for Ye?
I got a girl for 3 years. Back in February, I had a little incident. Girl slid in my DMs. I entertained the conversation. It wasn't nothing physical. It still doesn't excuse. Because of that, lost her trust. You know, I finally kind of got out the doghouse probably like last month. She agreed to kind of, fix on the trust and stuff. But I'm seeing some of the lasting effects of that one situation still show up in some small conversations we have, because we're basically trying to rebuild the trust. But I'm thinking because of what I did, she kind of like lost hope on like the overall marriage, her view of, because before this she thought she had the picture perfect love, and I'm kind of in the middle rut of I plan on marrying her, you know what I'm saying? And I really apologize, made up for all this stuff. This is my end all be all. She kind of like, well, she's comfortable, she does love me, but it's this trust and these other small things where now she kind of like lost that belief, kind of like a kid losing a belief in like their parents being a superhero or something.
Right. Okay.
So I don't really know how to fix this. I want marriage at the end of it, but I don't know if this is an uphill battle for me to just get through.
Well, it's definitely an uphill battle. And let me say this. Number one, you should be thankful that she's even giving you another chance, right? Because she could have easily said it's over and really cut you off. So you have to respect her process and her time. This just happened in February. Mm-hmm. So the fact that it took some time for you to get her trust, even enough for her to even speak to you again and get you out of the doghouse, of course it's going to still come up in conversations, right? You know you were wrong. You said it wasn't physical, so that's a positive thing. But of course it makes her have doubts. It makes her doubt what the relationship was real. It's real things that you go through as a woman when you find out your man, and I'm sure as a man too, that somebody has cheated on you. Now all you can do is show her. You got to show her that will never happen again. You have to rebuild that trust, find out what it is that she needs from you for her to be able to trust you again. And you have to really show by example. Like, I'm not doing anything wrong. You can have access to it. You can have access to me at any time. And I want you to be comfortable and respect that process for her, because you did mess up. It is going to be an uphill battle. At least you're back in the door, though, because there's some times that there's no coming back from this. So that does give you some hope, but also respect her time and process. Don't try to push her into marriage right now when she's still not too certain about the relationship.
Not soon. I just know that's just something that on my book, outside of hers, I haven't written off.
Right.
I'm not putting a time frame on it. I just know where I would want things to go. I know it's work to be done, and I'm already been doing most of it. That's how I got as far as I am now, and I'm not done, of course.
Yeah.
But
go hard, man. Just like if you're trying to win that.
Under the rug, that might bite me in the butt later. Like.
Yeah, don't sweep anything under the rug. You got to be open and honest. Any questions that she has, answer them.
Don't get bit in the butt either.
Yeah, even if she brings it up a million times, you got to comfort her a million times about it. Let her know it had nothing to do with anything wrong with her. It was you just being stupid. And make sure that, make sure you're not ever going to do this again. Don't waste her time.
Of course.
All right. But I feel hopeful for you.
I appreciate the advice, Miss G.
If there's anything,
to Charlotte and DJ too.
If there's anything we can do, let us know.
Peace, King.
I appreciate
it. All right. Ask Yee. 800-585-1051. If you need relationship advice or any type of advice, call Yee now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Get some real advice with Angela Yee. It's Ask Yee.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We're in the middle of Ask Yee. Hello, who's this?
Good morning. Yeah, my name is Mandy.
Hey, Mandy. How you feeling today? What's your question, honey?
I'm good. I just got off work, and I listen to you guys every morning, so I'm glad I finally got a chance to talk to you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm having relationship issues with my mother, and I'm kind of feeling like I want to just cut her off because we can't get along. And the reason for that is because she didn't raise me. She was in jail most of my time growing up, so I was in 17 different foster homes. So I do carry a little resentment about that. And Charlamagne, I do go to therapy. I know you advocate for that all the time.
Amazing.
So I am talking to a therapist about my issues, but I was just wondering if you had any advice on how we can try to build our relationship up, because I'm a mother now and I want my children to have their grandmother in their life, but she's so toxic to me to the point where I have panic attacks and I hyperventilate and stuff because she stresses me out so much.
You got to take care of you, right? Because clearly, like your whole life growing up, she's your biological mother by blood, but she hasn't raised you like you said. And I think for you, in order to have a healthy relationship with your own child, I don't want you to have panic attacks or have somebody in your life who is toxic, as you said to you. So even though, you guys are related by blood, it's kind of a relationship that isn't beneficial to you. Is there anything positive?
I mean, she does help me with the kids because I am a single mom, but it's like I have to trade that. She's my primary caregiver for them so I can work. So I have to depend on her for that. And then it's like if I didn't have to deal with her for the childcare, we probably would have a better relationship because we can get along when we're not in the same zip code.
Okay, so have you guys tried to go to any type of counseling together? I know you're in it for yourself, but what about for her?
It's funny you say that because I told her I was in therapy after I went to a couple sessions, and she was like, oh, I need to come with you so I could tell my side of the story.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't want you there because I don't want it to be a screaming match. You know, I just want to be able to get my frustrations out.
Right. Because I think it's great that you're working on yourself. It feels like maybe she needs to work on herself independent of you before you guys can even get to the space where you can sit down together in therapy.
Yeah, well, you know how moms are. You can't tell them nothing. They do everything right, and that's how she is. She doesn't hold herself accountable for anything that happened in my childhood. She just basically is telling me to get over it.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to also think about your reactions, right? Because sometimes you can't change a person, but what you can change is how you react to them. So what about that for you?
I mean, I'll just block her from being able to call me. But then the kids are like, oh, we miss Granny. We want to go to Granny's house.
Right. Is there a way that they can see her without you having to be around that much?
Yeah, we probably could work something out if she wants to, but we haven't had that conversation yet. I think it's more of a, she is really enjoying her freedom, you know. So I always worry because I pay her for childcare.
Oh.
And yeah, she nickel and dimes me on everything.
Wow. So she's not just doing it because she's their grandmother. She's also getting paid for it.
Yes. So I worry that when they do go over there, she's gonna be taxing me just to spend time with them.
Yeah, that's a tough one. But I will say you should let her know, be like, look, if you want to be involved in my children's life, I need you to work on getting some help for yourself. And this is for us to work on our relationship together also. If she really cares about wanting to be in your life, you know, and can acknowledge, like, because obviously you do hold resentment. She hasn't been there for you. You've been in and out of 17 foster homes. And so all of this is not anything that you're to blame for. You know, and clearly she's got her own issues, right? That she's done the thing that she's done. We don't know what experiences she had while she was locked up. That's something that could help improve her life. But I will say that sometimes if somebody is that toxic in your life, they shouldn't really be in your life like that. And you have to put yourself first.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you so much. I was really struggling with that. I don't want to just cut her out completely, but for me, it would be a lot better for my mental health.
Yeah, it might just be limited. That's all. It might have to just be extremely limited until she's able to show you that she could step up to help herself. And that's not just for you. That's for her, you know?
Exactly. And her relationships with people, too, because everybody knows how toxic she is. Everybody can see it but her.
Right. Okay. Well, that's what I recommend. Like, unless she can step up and work on herself, just keep those interactions limited. Your peace of mind is number one.
You're right. I'm going to have to let her know that. I think I might just write her a letter because it's hard for us to have conversations without turning into an argument or a blame game, you know. So I'll try and put that in a letter to her. Maybe I can reach her better that way.
And I'm happy that you working on you, girl. That's so important.
Yeah, I have to be a better mom, you know.
Yeah, prioritize you and your children. That's it. That's the family.
All right. Thank you. Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
guys.
All right, Ask Ye 800-585-1051. If you need any relationship advice, you can call her up. Now we got rumors on the way.
Well, speaking about toxic relationships with parents, let's talk about Britney Spears and her conservatorship and what this latest ruling is all about.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
It's time. She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
So Britney Spears' lawyer has asked the judge in her conservatorship case to get her father, Jamie Spears, out as the conservator of her estate, but the judge has said he's going to stay for now at least. You know, they asked for this back in November as well, and the judge also denied the request back then. So they have to file certain papers. And so they did file these documents just recently, but they said that right now Jamie is going to stay as co-conservator. And they also have noted that the judge signed this order to keep this in place after Britney Spears' testimony last week. So Britney does want her father out entirely. She also says that she feels like he should be locked up. And so for now, that is still in place.
People were mad. People were mad at me when I said that. You know, I think that there's two sides to every story, and they should have a doctor be able to do that and a therapist be able to see what's going on and not
they
just
do though, don't
judge.
they? Don't they? Doesn't she have a psychiatrist? Didn't they say they was going to put out
They were mad
psychiatrist
at me,
records?
Now, he does make millions of dollars off of her.
It's a lot of people that make millions of dollars off
in her
Britney.
conservatorship. And he also has said that he has not had any involvement in Britney's personal conservatorship or making any personal decisions on her behalf for nearly 2 years. He said he hasn't even spoken to her in a long time because he's been cut off from communicating with her as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's what, you know what I'm saying? But I just hope, I pray for Britney Spears' mental health, because clearly something is not right? Like, they wouldn't even be able to do all of this if, there wasn't something going on with her mental.
Well, this has been since 2008 that this was instilled. And, she talks about a lot of things about being put on lithium, about being forced to perform in Vegas and do this, this residency. And I feel like if she was really undergoing that much stress and having that many issues, how are you forcing her to perform all the time and work?
Do you force somebody to perform, though?
It's part of her agreement and that she had to do it and to make money. And Iggy Azalea actually spoke out in support of Britney Spears recently. She alleges that Britney's father, Jamie Spears, made her sign an NDA before their 2015 performance, but not just sign an NDA, but she said that what happened was he made her do it minutes before she was about to get on stage. She said, I saw her restricted from even the most bizarre and trivial things, like how many sodas she was allowed to drink. Why is that even necessary? Her father conveniently waited until literally moments before our BMA's performance when I was backstage in the dressing room and told me if I did not sign an NDA, he would not allow me on stage. The way he went about getting me to sign a contract sounded similar to the tactics Britney spoke about last week in regards to her Las Vegas show. Jamie Spears has a habit of making people sign documents while under duress, it seems, and Britney Spears should not be forced to coexist with that man when she's made it clear it is negatively impacting her mental health. This is not right at all.
Yeah, Britney probably really needs real psychiatric care, and she can't get it because everybody wants money. So she's going out there, she's doing shows, they're trying to act like everything's all right, keeping her away from people, when the reality is she probably needs real psychiatric care in a real way.
All right, so we'll see what happens as this has all been made public recently. Now, on some good news, Megan Thee Stallion is giving away $1 million in stock. This is all part of a campaign that she's doing with Cash App, and it comes alongside an Investing for Hotties campaign. Here's what she said.
I want to talk to you about one of my keys to success. Making my money work for me. Here's some wisdom for you.
It can be a good idea to spread your investments across different companies, industries, asset types, and markets. That's called diversification, and it's a great way to help manage risk. Investing a little here and a little there, a little at a time, means that when the market waters get choppy, you might be able to take a hit without your whole ship sinking.
Well, I'm all for that. As y'all know, I work with this app called Public that's all about investing, and it's great for people who are first-time investors to educate yourself on, yes, diversifying, but also even getting started in the stock market. So I think that's amazing. So shout out to Meg Thee Stallion for that.
Salute to Megan.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
And listen, right. I want to say happy born day to my sister, our friend who I love dearly, the force of Grenadian nature, known as Amanda Seales. Amanda turned 40 years old today. Okay?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
A whole big 40, like an ounce of Old English, okay? And 40 special. Do y'all remember when y'all turned 40?
I don't know what I did.
I remember.
It might have just been a regular party.
No, but I'm just saying.
You do a party every year.
You remember the feeling you had, the energy?
Mm-hmm.
Is there something about 40? It's like you walking into like a new dimension. It's like you have a different understanding of yourself and who you are, and just watching Amanda Seales evolve into the woman that she is. It's been a pleasure. And when I tell you the best is yet to come for Nettie daughter, the best is yet to come for Nettie daughter Amanda Seales. So
happy birthday, Amanda!
Happy born day.
Happy birthday to Caesar's daughter, my partner, Flippin' New Jersey. His daughter turned 16 today. Do y'all remember where y'all was when y'all was 16?
Yo, don't be stepping on my Amanda Seales 40th to wish other people happy born day, yo. Okay?
You always more than one person now. Happy birthday.
I don't care. Happy born day to Caesar's daughter, though. All right? She's 16. Okay?
16
that wasn't nice.
Happy born day. All right?
I was waiting for a big joke, something that was coming around. Are you thinking about one?
Don't do that.
If you take 40 and 16
Let's
together,
let it go.
you get Caesar's former
Okay,
weight.
that's your rumor report. Thank y'all so much.
I knew it. I was waiting for it. Goodness gracious.
At least it's his former weight, though, right?
All right. I hate y'all.
You can fat shame people when they're not fat no more.
No.
All right. Now, when we come back, we got the People's Choice Mix. Get your request in. Shout the revolt. We'll see you tomorrow.
What you gonna play for Amanda Seales?
And don't forget, Bobby Brown and Keith Sweat are joining us, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
After the mix, we're going to be kicking it with Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown. It's the Breakfast Club.
Versus tonight.
Let's go. It's time to wake up. Yeah. It's the Breakfast Club. It's going down.
Audible has everything you want to listen to, all the latest bestsellers, new releases, and popular podcasts, plus exclusive titles you'll only find on Audible. And it's all in one app. Get your first audiobook free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com/Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got two legends
Man,
on the line
legends
right
might be an understatement for these two brothers.
Icons. We have Keith Sweat and Bobby Brown. Welcome, fellas.
Thank you.
What's going on with you, baby?
So how did this versus come about? Who reached out to who? Who agreed? How did it happen? Break it down.
Well, you know, me and Bob been wanting to do it, you know what I'm saying? We was talking back and forth, you know what I'm saying? We got nothing but love for each other. So we've been talking about this for maybe about 4 or 5 months, you know what I'm saying? But it's just at the right time and the right opportunity. And, you know, as now, you know, the timing is right, you know what I'm saying? So Bob agreed to it. I agreed to do it, you know what I'm saying? And we spoke about it, and here we are.
I got to ask you guys this because we had a debate on the Breakfast Club about this already, about what songs you are going to play. What can you play? Can you play songs that you wrote for other people? Bobby, can you play some of those old New Edition songs from back in the day? Like, what are the rules? Because you guys have so many songs you could play just as solo songs, but will you dig into those?
We're going to celebrate and dig into all the crates just to, you know, make it even and fair. We're going to celebrate each other, you know. I love Keith Sweat. I love his music. And he's my brother, just like he was saying earlier. So we're just looking forward to celebrating each other.
Are y'all going to be in the room together?
Yes, we will be.
Yeah.
And Bobby, are you going to dance? Are you going to pull out a couple of dance moves on them one good time?
I don't know. We don't, you know, we don't know what's gonna happen yet.
Okay.
You just have to watch and see what's gonna happen.
I think Bob got something planned for me. I don't know the way you talk about. We gonna watch what's gonna happen. Hey, Bob, you ain't even
sneaky.
Yo, you ain't even smiling. You know when Bob say that, he's saying that with a straight face. Now I'm kind of like, hold up, let's play fair, boy.
Hey, Keith, you got to take the auto tune off your laptop, bro. You sound like these new with the auto tune.
It must be the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
It's the Wi-Fi in this hotel, man. I'm in a hotel. I'm not home.
Now, both of you guys, you know, I know Bobby, I know Keith. Y'all both like to talk your ish, and you guys have been very calm recently. But I know it has to get to a point where Bobby gets into Bobby Brown and Keith gets into OG Keith Sweat, and y'all start going back into talking your ish. That's what I'm waiting for. When does that happen? When does Bobby Brown say, all right, enough of this nice stuff and get on his ish? And then when does Keith Sweat get into that OG Harlem?
I heard you talking your ish yesterday.
See, there you go.
I heard you talking your ish yesterday when he was asking what's up, and I heard you.
You heard him, right? You heard him, Keith, right? He got Bobby.
I said I got Bobby doing this. That's what I said.
Where you from? Where you from?
I'm from New York.
Oh, okay. Now, I don't know.
They asked me. I said I can't pick, man. This is a tough one.
That's what you did. You said the right thing.
I was just being honest.
Said the right thing.
I can't
you said
pick.
The right thing. You said the right thing. The one on the left said, on my computer on the left, says something else. I'm just looking at him. I said, where he from? He must be from. I said, he must be from Kentucky. He must be from Kentucky.
Oh, damn. What about surprise guests? Are y'all got some surprise guests lined up for us too?
Well, we have DJ Cassidy who's gonna be hosting, and we're looking forward to that. He's a good friend. But the surprise is to see me and Keith live. You know, that's gonna be the big surprise.
Keith, do you and Bobby, do y'all miss being on the road? Does it feel like a show?
No, I mean, it feels good. It feels like a show, but I've been on the road recently, so I mean, I don't really miss being on the road like that, you know. I mean, I was getting used to just being home, but now that we're doing this, you know, it's refreshing. It feels good, you know. I can't wait, you know. Like I said, you know, you don't really hear the music like this. I mean, they don't make music anymore, so you know. Because you got a lot of youngsters that don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? I saw some of the comments, and you know, I'm like, oh, they just don't know.
I was debating. I got a homegirl named Ashley. Ashley is assistant program director in Houston, and she said, "Man, Bobby gonna wash Keith Sweat. I said, yeah, you feel like that because you 20 something. You know what I mean? You don't know any better. She said, Keith Sweat got 3 songs. I said, I can't talk to you. I said, me and you can't even have a conversation, Ashley.
3 songs.
That's what she said. She was looking at Billboard, so she's looking at like what the hits were.
Right.
That's all she saw. That's all she saw.
Son, just ain't right.
How hard was it to narrow it down to 20 songs too? Because I'm sure that had to be difficult with the catalogs you guys both have.
For me, that was the easy part. You just pick the songs that you know people are gonna want to hear. I just wanted to reminisce on all of the music that I had recorded ever, and play those. You know, that's the easiest way to do this, and make it special, make it a special event.
And I'm gonna tell you something else too, Bobby. Keith, the reason it feel a little one-sided is because of the new edition in the Bobby Brown movie. So it introduced that catalog to a whole new generation of people. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the new edition movie myself, you know. I mean, I learned a lot. I just ain't do my documentary yet, you know. I mean,
yeah,
you know.
So it's coming. Right. It's coming.
But you gonna school them tonight, Keith.
You know what I do? I got executive produce my joint and then give it to them. Let them show it.
That's right.
They can't.
You gonna school them tonight, though. That's why I hope you play some of the records that you wrote as well. The Guy records, the Johnny Kemp. I hope you really show them.
LSG.
Oh,
Cut Close.
Cut Close. I want you Silk. Like I want you to really dig in your bag.
Listen. We just here to celebrate music. I'm just happy to be doing what I'm doing. And I'm not playing my man no mind from Kentucky.
Hey, and hey Keith, let them know light skinned want to be you. You heard what Drake said. You heard what Drake said.
Hey, let me tell you what. He just mad because when I was there the last time, what we said. Y'all remember what we said the last time I was there. You know what I'm saying? He was born off of me. He was mad. He mad. He's still mad. He's still holding on to that.
You know, Emmy hold a grudge.
He's still holding that grudge last time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember what happened. He was still holding that grudge. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, sweat wasn't there on me. I'm mad, man. He ain't going nothing.
He did say, why didn't they ask me to DJ and why they got Cassidy? So
I didn't say that. Stop lying, man. Don't pick up lies.
He probably did. He probably did. You know what I'm saying? With his hating. With his hating ass. He probably did with his hating ass.
Y'all got any new music coming out after this? Any new music y'all releasing after this? Because it's the time.
Yeah, I've been in the studio. I've been working in the studio. So, you know, we just been working, doing our thing. I've been writing and singing and doing a bunch of things in the studio, you know. Me and Bob was supposed to be doing something in the studio, but Bob left me hanging.
Damn,
Bob.
Come on, Bobby.
We're going to make that happen.
Was there ever a time back in the day y'all was supposed to connect and do something?
I'm gonna keep it 100. Me and Bob, Bob is so official to me, you know, cause like when my mom was dying, he came over there and cooked dinner for my mom and all kind of stuff, man. So like that's family for real, you know what I'm saying? That's real family for real. And the crazy part about it, Bob might have had issues with everybody else in the game when you know he was doing his thing. Me and him was always tight. You know what I'm saying? We always had a profound respect for each other, man. So that's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? It's always been like that from day one when we met, and it's always going to be like that.
Well, we're looking forward to watching tonight, hearing some great stories and seeing two legends come together and hearing some great music. So make sure you guys tune in tonight, right? We can watch it on Triller, obviously on Instagram, on Versus TV, on Apple, 8 p.m. Eastern. Is that right?
Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's right.
That's right.
Check it out tonight. Bobby Brown, Keith Sweat.
Shout out to Essence, too, because you know it's Essence Festival time, so I want to make sure we shout them out. I think this is really dope to do it during this time.
Hey, this that OG sweaty forehead cognac music. I'm going to be like this the whole night, dabbing my forehead, drinking my yak the whole night.
Get it ready then.
That's right.
Yeah. It's going to be epic. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Peace, legends.
All right, peace out, y'all. Peace.
Don't forget also my car show, 2 days away, man. I'm so excited. I'm out in Atlanta right now, Coachella, Atlanta. Make sure you get your tickets. You got a positive note, Charlamagne?
I do, man. My positive note is simple. For everybody out there seeking any type of validation, just know God's approval is enough.
Breakfast Club, bitches! Y'all finished or y'all done?